the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
This is right up your alley. Buy or sell. The Cowboys showed they're for real, even with a late last-second loss, Mr. Sowards.
Oh, what did I tell you at the beginning of the season? What did I tell you? I said they got a good quarterback, fantastic roster, and it does not matter because Mike McCarthy is the head coach. They gave Mike McCarthy, a bad head coach, more responsibility this year. What was the biggest problem, JP, with the Cowboys yesterday? Just one word answer. One word answer. What was it?
It was McCarthy.
It was coaching. It was coaching. So sure, yeah. What did you say? You said they're going to win the NFC East. They're not going to do that. The Eagles.
I think that's not looking good right now. Yesterday was rough.
No, it's not. See, and this is the thing, Chase. It's like we're your friends. We love you. We care about you. We want the best for you, and we sit here on this podcast and tell you what's going to happen with Desmond Mitter. We tell you what's going to happen when it comes to Mike McCarthy. It was so obvious the whole time.
Dak, what are you doing throwing not to CeeDee
Dak looked
or anybody?
really good yesterday.
No, I'm saying the last play. What do you do?
The Eagles basically at the second half of the game called 1 double 88, which is you play cover one everywhere else and you double the best receiver on the team. And the Cowboys' problem is they don't have another receiver outside of CeeDee Lamb.
No, they don't.
They just don't have a guy they trust. Dak was phenomenal yesterday. We're gonna Tony Romo Dak Prescott, and I don't like it at all. He is really, really good. I actually kind of came away from this very encouraged by the Cowboys. Like they were half a yard short.
Yeah,
of winning that game. Like if Luke Schoonmaker actually gets his knee on the other side of the line, that's a touchdown. If Dak's foot was just a little bit smaller, they get the 2-point conversion. It sucks to just say them's the breaks, but in a game where the Eagles can maximize every margin because they're so good on fourth down, they're so good in the red zone, and they created a massive margin for error for themselves. For a team like the Cowboys, whose margin for error offensively is so small, you can't have guys going down a yard short or half a yard short on 4th and goal. You can't have Dak step out because that's the difference between winning the game and losing by 5 or needing a game-winning drive with 30 seconds left where you start at the 6-yard line and end up at the 33.
I got to say, this is the conversation we have about not we, I will never, but this is the conversation that you have about the Cowboys every year. Lots of what ifs. Well, one play at the end, there was one play at the end of the 49ers game when they completely botched it. I don't know what even that was, ever many years ago. It's just the Cowboys. As funny and annoying as Stephen A. Smith is, he knows what he's talking about. This is what the Cowboys are. This is what what will happen. This is what you expect. Dak is a great quarterback. They have really fantastic players on this team, and it does not matter. They will lose in the playoffs in a hilarious fashion, and Mike McCarthy's a terrible head coach.
What happens when McCarthy and the Cowboys travel to Atlanta for a matchup with the Arthur Smith?
They're beating Atlanta by 80 billion points.
They're smoking the Arthur Smith pack on the flight home.
Ooh.
I mean, what do you mean? They're probably going to be the reason that Arthur Smith gets fired.
I think that's a close game.
They're doing more damage to the Falcons in that stadium than the last stadium that got blown up. They are destroying the Falcons. It might not even be the Falcons.
Jesus.
Let's slow down with the Falcons winning the NFC South, brother.
They're still winning the NFC South.
Okay, but hold on. Let's not get back into that.
Yeah,
you have bigger fish to fry right now.
Here's the point that I want to make.
I just want to host a playoff game.
The Cowboys have lost 3, in my opinion, really bad games. Obviously, the Eagles, you saw how close they were. JP talked a lot about what they could have done to win that game. They got steamrolled by the 49ers, who then proceeded to lose 3 games in a row, which is just even a worse thing for the Cowboys. And then they lost to the Cardinals.
That was a bad one.
They're They're all bad in their own right. And this is what's so unique about it. They're all so different. They lost so many. They lost a close division rival game. That's respectable, kind of. They got their ass kicked by the 49ers, who have beat them in the playoffs twice. And then they lost to a terrible Cardinals team. So it's like literally the Cardinals have one win, and it's against the Cowboys.
That was also a weird game.
Listen, I get it. But you know what? How many weird games do the Cowboys play?
Every team deserves a mulligan. You know,
Absolutely.
I get it.
That's the Cowboys mulligan game. The 49ers mulligan game was the Vikings game.
Well, I would say
that one.
We got the game we lost. Was the Browns game that they lost by a kick?
Yeah, you can use that as your mulligan game.
And that's just a bad. Anyways, but my point is just very simple. The Cowboys are the Cowboys. They're no different than they are. Like the players change, the coaching changes a little bit, but the Cowboys stay the same. And they'll do well in the regular season and they'll lose spectacularly in the playoffs. Hey, back in the day, they didn't even make the playoffs, let alone, then they didn't even make the first round. So it's like there's progression, right? They're making it past the first round and every now and then.
Hating hard,
play
man.
The 49ers.
Always hating hard on the Cowboys.
But here's the one thing that bothers me. The 49ers traded for Chase Young.
Wait, why does that bother you?
Because first off, if they were one kick away, if they made that kick and won that game and then traded for Chase Young, we'd be having a much different conversation. I feel like me and JP are going to be having a very interesting conversation come next Sunday. Because if the 49ers win and beat that team, the 6-2 Jaguars,
owner of the longest winning streak in the NFL.
Right. Yeah. If they beat that team and Chase Young has a sack and Nick Bosa has a sack, I'm going to be a miserable motherfucker. I already am. But I will be because I've been quiet. 3-game loss. I get it. But if
JP and Evan are going to be top notch on
Just
Monday.
know, if the Jaguars do win that game, I will never, ever, 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 ever shut up about it.
I wouldn't either, dog. I wouldn't either. You trade for Chase Young and then you still lose. I would be on that one too. I'll help you with ammo.
Then here's Jarrett and I are like, we'd actually rather not watch our team week over week.
Oh, Kyler Murray is going for like 400 yards. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Nothing would surprise me. I'm just not even gonna I have no idea how that how Sunday is gonna go. We'll see.
I do want to say this about the Cowboys too, because I can see. I don't want to be that basic ass human being, but I can see where you would take some positives away with Dallas, because like JP pointed out, if Schoonmaker is a half inch that way, it's a touchdown. If Dak's foot is a half foot this way, they win the game. But at the same time, we're in year 8 of the Dak Prescott experience, and yet we're still asking, can Dak Prescott win a big game? And that's not a knock against Dak. He played really, really good on Sunday.